Let's head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason before we take a quick time out. This one about a trade idea.
I want you need to voice this right away or get this to Kevin Stefanski or the Browns front office. Listen, tell them to offer their second round pick and another round pick for Deebo Samuels because he like Tariq Hill on the wide receiver side, and then he can run from behind the line like Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. All around versatile. He's a Pro Bowler, young, and it'd be just like getting hitting the first pick in the draft. So he's worth that second round pick and a couple other picks, or throw Baker Mayfield in with it. However, they should go all out to get Deebo Samuels to put him on the other side of Amari Cooper. We guarantee to get to the Super Bowl this year. That's the move. So holler at the front office and tell them to make a serious move at Deebo Samuels. All right. Take it easy.
All right. As always, appreciate all the voicemails. Quincy, I think if a second-round pick would get it done, they'd do it in a heartbeat. I think San Francisco is going to want at least one first-round pick. The other thing is Deebo doesn't want to run the ball anymore, which is fine. He's a good wide receiver, but that's why he wants out of San Francisco. He wants a clearly defined role. He doesn't want to be the guy that runs running back and plays wide receiver and does all that.
Yeah, and the issue with trading for Deebo Samuel this year is that this is a draft class where you feel like you can find a good wide receiver, not necessarily somebody who's as good and as versatile as Deebo Samuel, but somebody who could be good for your team, right? Especially in a specific role. So would the upgrade from, let's say, you're able to get the fourth best wide receiver in this draft class, how much of an upgrade is that from Deebo Samuel? Well, how much of an upgrade is Deebo Samuel from that? That's really the question there. And that's what makes the calculus hard. And when you're talking about giving up a first-round pick, some people are talking about 2 first-round picks and like a third for Deebo Samuel. It just doesn't make that much sense there. One, because he's a player you can have some question marks about, hey, was he just good because Kyle Shanahan had him? And let's be honest about this. Kyle Shanahan has made some players look like gold that was not gold at the end of the day, right? I mean, he made Brian Hoyer look like he could start on a playoff team for like 7 games in the NFL. That's as impressive as it gets. Things that he did with Taylor Gabriel, things that he did with Andrew Hawkins. Like, that was not a great wide receiving core that he had, but he was able to make it happen because Kyle Shanahan is very good at figuring out what you can do. It's kind of like a Bill Belichick of the offense situation where he can figure out what you can do, put you in position to do that, and then that's what you're going to do, right? And that's what he did with Deebo Samuel. So I would have some concerns about, hey, I'm giving up all these assets, like I'm trading for Tyreek Hill for a guy that I have questions about if they can only do this one thing at a high enough level to justify the price. So I think they're going to have a hard time moving Deebo for the price that they want him. And as far as the Cleveland Browns being able to pay their price, we ain't got no picks left. We really don't have any picks left. Like, I don't know where these picks are going to manifest themselves from. People keep throwing Baker Mayfield in there. We can't assume that the San Francisco 49ers see Baker Mayfield and his $18 million a year when they still got Jimmy Garoppolo that they trying to load off on somebody as a positive. That's going to cost you more picks to give up if you throw Baker Mayfield in there. So we really don't got any assets that we're really willing to give up off of. So trading, I think we've done all the trading we could do for the next year and a half.
Yeah, and you know what? They got Deshaun Watson, they got their quarterback, so it was assets well spent. Quincy Carrier.
It's not like we feel like we have to elevate the quarterback anymore, right? Like, this is not a situation to where you feel like you have a dude who you're only going to have on a rookie deal that you feel like you got to elevate. You paid this guy $50 million, $230 million guaranteed in the bank right now in escrow. You got to make him work it, right? Like, he going to have to make up for a wide receiver or two here. Like, I know that it's common to be used for these quarterbacks. Oh, he didn't have great wide receiver help. But once you are paid $50 million per year, you got to help yourself at some points, right? Tom Brady helped himself. Aaron Rodgers helped himself. Once you are that level of quarterback, we can't be sitting here talking about, oh, he needs help.
No, and again, we'll see. Deshaun Watson will be an upgrade. All right.